Warning. If you're a snowflake or get easily offended or triggered,
Please end this transmission now. Otherwise, stay tuned.
welcome to Weird and Woke. With your hosts,
Austin.
and Basil. But prepare to be awoken.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Weird and Woke. We're finally back with our second episode. How you doing, Basil?
I'm doing good, bro. Doing good. Glad we got that first episode out. Excited to do this second one.
Hell yeah, same, man. We had pretty good turnout for that one, I feel. I got a pretty good feedback. We can get back into that a little bit then. So this episode's brought to you by Weird and Woke. That's weird and the letter N, woke.com. For the listeners of the podcast, you'll get a 15% code off if you put in the code WNWPOD, all uppercase. That's WNWPOD for 15% off for all our listeners. You go check out the site and help out the show a little bit. Appreciate y'all. Oh, shit. So let's see what we got going on today. So yeah, we're getting back in. We got a lot of feedback from everybody. It was pretty good. We had a decent amount of listeners for the first podcast, so it was good turnout. What you think?
Nah, I think it was pretty good. Yeah, like Austin said, we got some good feedback. Some people asking some questions like, where the conspiracies at, We ain't trying to overwhelm y'all in the first episode, We want to build it up, We gotta make sure you interested before we drop that real knowledge on you, know what I'm saying?
Right.
We gotta make sure you ready for it. You don't want your mind blown the first episode. It takes time.
You'll be blown. You'll be like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Right. But nah, don't misunderstand. We listening to you guys, but if you got any topics or things you want us to talk about, always hit up on our social medias, which
Weird and Woke Pod on Instagram and Weird and Woke Pod on Twitter. Just hit us up, just something you want to listen to, anything you want us to talk about, just let us know so that way we can get it on the show and we can get it out to you guys so you have some good content you want to listen to. So we like I said, we got a lot of good feedback from everybody. And if you even read the description in the Spotify or wherever you guys watch it, or listen to the podcast, it tells you we talk about conspiracies, but we also are talking about entrepreneur type stuff or just everyday things that are going on that normally people don't talk about. That's kind of what the podcast is about, and just kind of things that me and Basil are into. So it's you just kind of hang in there. We'll get into conspiracies. Just slow your roll. We got you.
Nah, we got you. Don't worry about it. But, we're going to get into something a little different today. Today, we're going to talk about the myths and the backlash that gamers get in today's world when it comes to things like gamers who are using it as a profession. Some people might view it as a real job, or, how society might deem some games that can lead towards violent people, which we're going to discuss about today. Try and get you guys in the mind's eye of a gamer, because me and Austin, we're gamers, that's what we like to do in our free time, you know what I'm saying? If it develops into something more, it does, but that right now, that's a hobby for us. We love that. So we just want to let you guys get our side of the story for all gamers, how our perspective is.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically, gamers usually get a bad rap. You're some fat hobo living in your mom's basement or something.
Right.
And half it's why I gotta be my mom's basement? Like my boy said earlier, he was why I gotta be in my mom's basement? Why I can't be my daddy's basement? Come on now.
Right. Shit, for all you know, it might be my cousin's, cuz. You don't know that. Why it always gotta be your mom? That's a stereotype right there.
Right, for real. You hear that all the time. Oh, we probably fucking sitting in your mom's basement playing games all day. Fuck you mean? I could be in my own crib playing games too.
For real. Don't disrespect. You could be successful even as a regular job, and you just you like in my free time, I just like to chill, have my downtime, and game. But we gonna get more into that. Right now, we just gonna kind of start explaining some of the pros and cons of being a gamer.
So let's see. So you got a couple pros. So like good hand-eye coordination. That is definitely a pro.
Let me tell you what, I used to be a clumsy ass mofo until I started playing games. My hands got real good. Like I'm gonna tell you, that helps your muscle memory for real, for real.
Definitely.
You can be
Remembering
playing
the
games
button
where that
layouts
have
and stuff.
exactly that have strategic combinations. You'd be surprised how quick you can pick up that muscle memory, and you can incorporate that into everyday life. It doesn't have to be specifically for gaming.
For
It
real.
helps improve just your muscle memory and, like my boy Austin said, your hand-eye coordination because you're gonna be focusing on what you're doing.
Right. You'd be watching the TV. You're not focused, looking down at your controller. Like, I mean, unless I'm on some other console that I don't know, like some Xbox shit.
Right,
but-
right. Next you know, you be like, damn, what is the buttons?
right? I be doing that shit all the time. Like I be looking at like I have an Xbox 360 at home. I only bought it for was it Bully 2 or not Bully
That's
2? The
Oh, you got that? What was it? That's
Scholarship
yeah,
edition. Yeah,
that was the game, bro.
Yeah, right. So like I bought that because they didn't have it for like PS2 because they brought it out after.
Yeah,
And then so I have the 360 and I want to play it. So I'm sitting there, I do play it sometimes. Not I haven't in a while, but I'm sitting there like it's telling me to hit this button, and I'm like, what the fuck? What button do I hit? I don't know what that button is. So I gotta
Nah.
literally look at the controller.
nah, I feel you, bro.
And
That's
it's
how I
like-
am with my Switch. I bought a Switch just so I could play freaking Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. It was the first game I got with my Switch, boy. It was like hit A, and I'm thinking, oh, this is kind of like Xbox, man. That shit was so ass backwards. Man, A was B and B was A if you played Xbox, okay? Same thing with Y is X and X is Y. That it was ass backwards.
It was like, what the fuck?
I mean, it'd be like that. Like that's another thing though. It's like, playing different consoles, that's really going, like I said, helps your
It helps
hand-eye
your
coordination, your muscle memory.
Muscle memory for sure.
You're gonna be like, oh, I know the buttons for this controller. I know the buttons for this controller. And like I said, you can always incorporate that into your everyday life. It could be like when you're driving, because
Right.
some people, like, you're going to turn the heat on while you're driving because you might be cold. You can't be taking your eyes off that road to look for where the knob is. You're going to start using your muscle memory to figure out the buttons and whatnot in your car.
Especially if you're living at fucking in PA right now, fucking freezing like crazy, right?
Right. Boy,
Got the
come out
damn-
here for 2 seconds looking like Jack Frost with all that frostbite I got on me.
And cut a damn glass with my nipples and shit.
Nah, but another pro of being a gamer, especially, for people that worked a hard job or you just got to deal with some ignorant people in your life. The one good thing I love about gaming is when I come home from working a 10-hour shift, I just get on my game. No matter what you playing, could be GTA, could be Red Dead, could be Devil May Cry, could be anything you like, Minecraft, whatever. Just when you could come in, pick your game up, and just be in your zone. It's a nice, stress-free environment, non-judgmental.
Seriously.
You just enjoying the game, either by yourself or with your boys or
play
your girls.
online
You know what I'm
with-
saying?
yeah.
You just chilling with friends, having a grand time, just letting that stress go from your day. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely like, some people don't go home and drink a beer. I mean, that's not a big deal, but some people want to play a game. That's their stress reliever or.
Right.
So it's like everybody has their own little way to escape the world, especially if you work in that 9 to 5, you want to escape the world. Just, so it's like it's just a way to, have a good time, relax, and just kick back and, do your thing.
Nah, I couldn't say it better myself. I think that's what a lot of these companies nowadays, that's where we get these amazing games that we get nowadays, because the people that make the games, they have the same mindset as you do. You might just not realize it. Like, they're making this game because they know this is what we will want in terms of, like, just being stress-free, enjoying the game. Yeah, you might get a little mad sometimes. It happens.
Especially if you're playing some Call of Duty or something,
Ew.
game raging.
Call of Duty is nothing compared to those who know about Dark Souls. I know y'all know about that Dark Souls, because you know how that be. That be breaking controller angry.
Damn.
You be livid.
I ain't about to get on that shit. Fuck, no.
Nah, that's not for the weak-hearted. Let me tell you right now.
After I hear what some of our friends say about playing that, I don't even know if I want to try to
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. It's like another good thing about, just another pro about gaming is just that it brings people together. You know what I'm saying? You could be playing a random game with somebody, and, especially if you're playing games that have team matches like Call of Duty, Fortnite, GTA, whatever. That's a good way to meet new people, foster new friendships. And it's people you never would have expected to have
Yeah,
met.
true.
I mean, granted, yeah, you're not meeting them face to face, but you're
still,
still
yeah.
building that kinship with somebody. You're building that bond. It builds trust.
Especially if you're playing with them every night or something too.
Right,
like
right.
we play with a couple people over in like Washington State, Canada.
Detroit.
Detroit. Like we would have never like met them or talked to them. Like
Right, right. And now it's like we got this, it's kind of like a second family, you know what I'm saying? It's like I just recently met these people, a few months back, but they already feel like family to me,
Right.
That's the beauty of gaming. It brings people together that you never would have expected to bring together. It don't matter if, you white, black, fat, fit, athletic, whatever, everybody
could be a weirdo.
can be a gamer. Can be a weirdo, exactly. But that's one of the main things I love about gaming. That's what I love. It's like it's stress free and it just brings together people you would not expect to be friends with. Like I'll tell you like this. It's like if I never met these guys through gaming, I can't say if I would have ever met them at all or even had talked to them. And it's like, and now, like I said, I consider them to be a second family to me.
Tell you that too, yeah. Might as well say his name. He's gonna be on the podcast eventually. Shout out Dean. But nah, like I met him and one buddy Jackson. I met them through playing Conan Exiles, and like I would have never if I would have never picked up that game because I see it looked interesting, so I picked the game up. And it's like if I would have never got on that game and played it, I never would have met them or And the nights that we spent to like 4:00 in the morning playing games is like,
oh, don't I know it? Don't I know it? Sometimes it don't even be 4. It'd be like 6:30 in the morning. You'd be like, damn, I gotta get some sleep.
I gotta go to bed right now. My ass is tired. But like for real, like you never know who you might meet. Like build a friendship off of that. Like, yeah, like I said, like Basil said, you might not meet them in person. Eventually, yeah, you might build that relationship up till you do meet them in person.
Exactly. Like one day you might be like, you know what? I've known you for so long. It's like let's just set a day and time where we just we get some money together. We either I come to you, you come to me, we meet somewhere in the middle. Let's meet up in person.
Right,
you know
just
what I'm
hang
saying?
out.
Actually, hang out and get to enjoy each other's company besides over a party chat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We go get a beer together or something, Go to arcade, get some food, you know what I'm saying?
Check out, like, especially if they're not from around this in the state or anything too.
Right. Like I come to you, you show me your neck of the woods, the tourist sites,
what you guys got around there, yeah.
Or vice versa. You come to us, we show you what we got. Ain't much, but we show you something.
He ain't got much to show, but we got Hershey Park.
So we got that. We got Hershey Park. What else we got? We got something. I was about to say Six Flags, but that's just in New Jersey. I think we do. Yeah, we do, cuz. I think we do. Yo, don't we got Knoebels?
Yeah. I think they go out of business.
Oh, never mind. Scratch Knoebels.
Either they went out of business or I don't even know, to be honest.
I don't know.
I know we have Dutch Wonderland.
Yeah.
That Hershey Park owns, I guess, or unless they sold it back.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. That was like
I can't say for sure, but
got a little bit of stuff around here.
We got a little something in case you want to come to our neck of woods.
Good old Lancaster County,
right,
Pennsylvania.
But nah, don't misunderstand. We ain't gonna hype gaming up like it's the best thing in the world. There are some cons to being a gamer. You know what I'm saying? First things first, gaming can be very addictive. Okay?
Definitely,
and it does not help if you have an addictive personality. You know what I'm saying? It could be addicting to where it can
take over your life.
Exactly. It could take up all times of your day. People could be missing work, missing out on life, meeting people in person. Like I said, nothing wrong with playing online, but don't exclude yourself from the people that are in your life. Don't solitude yourself.
Definitely. Like, don't be, especially if you got a girl or something.
Or a guy.
Or a guy. Girls like to play
Let's phrase it like this. If you got a significant other.
There you go. That's better. You gotta pay attention to them too, but like,
Next thing you know, they be coming in with a baseball bat, smashing your console.
Busting your shit real
But like, you
quick.
gonna pay attention to me now? It's like, well, I guess so. Ain't got nothing to play on. Oh, wait a minute. Got the backup PS4. Let's go.
Bring that shit out real quick.
It's like when you get that, because I knew you was gonna do some crazy shit like
Right?
this.
Motherfuckers be playing that 2K and shit, and the girls talking to him like, yeah, I heard you.
It's
Yeah.
like, babe, get out the way. I got money on the game.
Shit, I'm trying to get this bread. You say I gotta get a job, right?
This is my job. But nah, in all seriousness, yes, addictive behavior is a serious thing, and whether you be
That's
doing it
true.
with gambling, anything in general, it's like gaming can definitely feed into that addictive nature. Like, there's nothing wrong with playing games, but always set yourself a time limit. Like, it don't go too ham. Like, say if you play, God forbid, if you have all damn day off and you play all damn day, well, the next day take a breather, let your body rest, let your hands rest. Because let me tell you what, carpal tunnel's no joke.
Right.
That shit hurts like hell. I had it before. You do not need that. And you playing games all day, every day, it can come to that.
Hand's gonna be looking like he was jacking off all day.
Exactly. That shit's gonna be
Gripping
stuck in the claw. You're gonna be looking like the claw. Like, But nah, in all seriousness, yeah, it's like, don't jeopardize your health just to play games all day. And like I said, having that addictive personality can do that, where you can at some point just start neglecting your health.
Not eating right, and
Exactly.
shit like that, yeah.
Your sleep schedule get messed up to the point, you might start getting insomnia.
fucking staying up till midday, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and then you can go in bed after that. Like, nah, that's not good.
But like that. But there also is another con to gaming. Like, let's be real, not everybody's the richest in the world. You know what I'm saying? Every time you see a new game come out, don't feel like you
I
need
gotta
to buy
have it.
it
I
just
gotta
because
have
your
it.
friends buy it. Don't get pressured into it. Don't let the propaganda or the trailers draw you in saying, "Oh, I got to get that." Because I'm gonna tell you right now, once that game comes out, that game will be out. Unless for something happens to the company itself, that game will be there waiting for you. You can always catch that bad boy on sale. There are sales multiple times throughout the year. If you patient like some people, you could hit that Black Friday sale.
People be
Christmas
letting
is actually a little better because it's not as chaotic and still be good sales like Black Friday.
not getting ran over for a game and
Exactly.
People
But,
let that extra shit though, like, oh, you get this if you get the game on this day or whatever.
Exactly. That's how they be getting you in. Like, you get this, you get the steel case, the art book, the soundtrack, the fucking figures or whatever.
All
It's
that
like,
extra shit. Half the time I don't even be looking.
Right.
I mean, look at it like this is cool, but
like, if you're a collector, that's fine. If it's like something you've been really waiting on and you saved up your hard-earned money, like, no one can tell you what to do with your money. Just be smart about how you use it. Don't feel like you got to buy every game in the world because, games are expensive, bro. Games are anywhere between $60 to $150. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a wide range.
Ain't nobody
too.
got money like that to be buying a game. And I'm going to tell you what, games come out every day, B. Ain't nobody got money to be buying games at that price range every day.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get the games that you really feel like you're going to resonate with. Like I said, just, don't let yourself go broke trying to keep up on everything. It's like in everything in life, with the latest clothes, the latest phones, the latest car, whatever. Don't let gaming make you broke or financially unstable. Like, that can be one of the
shit will
cons.
happen. That shit will happen for sure. Because like Basil was saying, it's like sometimes a game will cost you like, especially if you're getting them deluxe editions.
Exactly.
And stuff.
You get them deluxe super duper caluper collector's editions. Them joints can run anywhere from like 100 something to about 150. I've seen some of them go up to about 150. It's ridiculous. And that's just for a game and some collectibles. It's not like you getting a damn controller or some shit with it. You know what I'm saying?
Be sitting on your desk or your
right
in your closet collecting dust.
Exactly.
And, I mean, yeah, it's cool to look at, but at the same time, is it really worth spending that kind of money for it?
Then God forbid if you move somewhere and get lost and moving or damaged, you're like, well, that was money just down the drain.
Right. Now, what the fuck do? I just wasted my money on that. That's crazy.
No.
Some people be doing that though, especially what was it? The Fallout 4? So I think it was Fallout 4. They pulled that the armor. The hell, I can't think of the name of the armor. I don't even know. They put out a. Why can't I think of the name of the armor?
Somebody will know when they listen to
Yeah,
it.
you'll know. You'll know what the name
If
of
you
the
know
armor
it,
is.
hit us up on social media
You'll know
so
what the name.
so we know ourselves.
But no, like they like that shit was damn near probably like you said 150 maybe or more. And it's like for what? Yeah, it might work or whatever, or like the Pit Boy from Fallout. Like what do you
Right.
want that shit for?
Right.
You put your phone in it and pretend you're in the game? Like what the fuck?
Right. I mean, the same could be said for any of you out there that play Dragon Ball Fighters. You know what I'm saying? The base game alone is like 50, $60. Game with the season pass, 80. Game with they had the gold edition that like came with some avatars and I think some other stuff. That was like 110. Then if you got that ultimate edition, that shit was like 130. Came with the game season pass and some other stuff. It's like, but half that stuff you didn't need. Like it came with music,
Oh,
or
fuck.
yeah, it came with like digital music or whatever, and
Is it
like
like music in
Avatar.
the game and
I
stuff?
think it's either in the I think it's in the game. Like it's like soundtracks from the show itself,
Interesting.
and I'm just like, why would you spend that much on that when like half that stuff you know you don't care for?
Right, you're not
But
gonna
you know
use
some
it
people be
anyway.
like, oh, I just got this because it was the biggest bundle. It's like, but why though?
Why though? You just blew your money on this shit for no reason. 'Cause
Nah.
I gotta have it. I gotta have it.
Right, right. And sometimes that's that mentality some people have, like, you know, just trying to get every game and get the most expensive version of it that comes out. And like I said, you know,
They let that propaganda go to their head.
you're gonna be broke. You know what I'm saying? Just be smart with your money. Like, you know, yes,
Seriously.
there's many beautiful things that can come from gaming, but like I said, don't misunderstood and think we're just hyping it up and there's no cons. Like everything has a bad, just as everything has a good. You know, there's a balance.
You gotta find the balance when you're playing, just like anything, like you said. Yeah. But shit, I don't know.
Nah, but like you know, like I said, we already just talked about the pros and cons. But you know, the thing we're gonna get into about gaming is like some of the stereotypes gamers face. You know what I'm saying? Like we just gonna hop into that. Like you know, like my boy said earlier about most people think like you know, not saying all women, but let a guy tell you he's a gamer. Or you hear like from your homegirl, oh yeah, he's a gamer. Oh, he must live in his mom's basement. You know,
He
he ain't
doesn't
got
do
his
yeah.
life together. It's like, don't get it twisted. There's some people that you know game professionally, and you know they make some money. You know
Seriously.
what I'm saying? They bring home some bank. Like there are some people like even
Full
like
time.
this YouTube game nowadays where like you see YouTubers do gaming on YouTube. And you know what I'm saying? They didn't start out you know just on the up and up. They worked and grinded for that. You know some people did YouTube full time as well as still had a full time job. They were putting in hours upon hours of work till they got to that stability financially to where
Right,
they could be like,
seriously.
you know what? I don't need to do my full time job. I can make YouTube my full time job, and that can sustain me
Right,
beneficially.
and enjoy it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But nah, like that's just one of the many stereotypes gamers face, and you know, it's like another thing that a lot of people don't realize, or some people hark on, is female gamers.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
let's be
true.
real. Like every time someone sees a female gamer,
Like
they
what?
always either like they're so surprised that the woman plays games, or the fact that they try to overly sexualize her. You know what I'm saying? Like you never see them do that to like another guy, another male gamer, but let it be a female gamer. Yeah, okay. She just happens to be really pretty by your standards, and by someone else's standards, she might not be. But you know, don't let that determine how she is as a gamer. She could be the best damn gamer in the world. Don't just use her looks and assume like that. Like you know, I mean, I can't speak fully on it because obviously I'm a male gamer, but
Right.
at the same time, it's like you got to think about it. It's like think of the stereotypes and stigmatisms they go through. It's like, oh, you're a gamer. I wouldn't expect you to be a gamer. It's like why? Because you know
'Cause I'm a
she's a
girl,
girl.
right?
Like that makes no sense,
Bad as fuck. What?
right? It's like I'll smoke your ass in anything. Hit me up on Modern Warfare.
For real, like she could be bad as fuck and fuck she'll end up smoking your ass on Call of Duty or something. You'd be like crying like a little bitch then.
Right?
It's like you know, you just gotta break out of that box of, like what society tells you that if you're a gamer, you gotta be this certain type of person. Like it just kinda like fits into like everything. Like they tell you you're this. I am that then, you know. Like, nah, you're not that at all. You're your own person. Like,
Blindly follow the invisible rules or regulations that society has placed there. It's like there is no physical law saying that females can't be gamers. There is no physical law saying or physical fact that says gaming cannot be a full-time profession that you can live off of. Like, don't
Right.
let someone tell you that. The only reason why they're telling you that is because they're jealous that you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
They're jealous that you're making something that is meant to be a hobby, that is meant to only be fun, and you turned it into a financial thing that stabilizes you,
You're
and
able
you're
to
still
do your-
happy at the
yeah.
end of the day.
You still, and you're enjoying. You can literally do what you want, whenever. Like you could record 2 hours, like or one of the YouTubers that I watch. He records like 2 hours of gameplay, splits it up into 20 minutes each. That's like what, 7 different videos
Yeah, it's
right
like
there.
6, 7 videos right there. It's like, hey, once
then
you
you
get
have
up
that
there in
free
terms
time.
of exactly, you get up there, you have that free time. It's like, look, I basically did my job for the day. Especially it's like if that YouTuber has sponsors
Right, you're
or
still getting paid for
ads
that.
or advertisements, they can easily just make money off of each video. Like I said, you play a game for 2 hours, you can easily make enough money or make the same amount of money you would make virtually working 8, 10 hours at another
Right.
job.
Don't even like let it get to you either. Like working, yeah, you work constantly, but at the same time, you still have a couple hours if you want to play your games to be able to, work on becoming a full-time gamer.
Exactly.
So it's like, don't give up just because it's not happening overnight.
Right? Like I said, some of these YouTubers that I follow, they be nice and impart some of that wisdom and some of the struggles they went through. It took them years, and I'm not saying like 2 or 3. I'm talking like 5, 6, 7 years from when they started this to be at the level they're at now. And that's just from them constantly grinding, making time for what they believed in. They believed in themselves, and they put the effort in to show it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I mean, even like with YouTube, yeah, what they have live streaming too, right?
Yeah, YouTube
you
has
can live stream.
started this whole live stream thing. Like now, gamers can live stream on YouTube.
And you don't even have to worry about editing your videos or nothing. Like you can just live stream and be done with it. Like
Exactly.
same thing with Twitch now. One buddy was talking about that earlier today, and he's just saying like, if you can get your sponsors, like it's not gonna happen overnight, no, but as you progress, it'll eventually. If you're making good quality content, you have a good chance that it could get you to that point where that's your full-time job. But don't think, oh, I just made a video, this is gonna blow up.
Like where all the
Maybe
people
it'll
at.
happen, but
It's like with anything you do. Just do your best at what you do. The people and the success will follow. It's not gonna happen overnight. It might not happen in the time frame you want it, but just keep doing you. Do the best you can. Put as much effort as you do in anything you do, and the success will come. And that's what
seriously,
some people just don't realize when they see gamers nowadays or like YouTubers. They'll be like, "Oh, that looks easy." It's like, nah, you don't even know the half of some of the
Especially if
struggles they be doing.
you could make 10 videos of like terrible content or
Exactly.
like terrible quality.
Or you could just make that one video that just trumps those 10 videos. It's
Right.
like, I made 10 videos and they're each a half hour long, but they're shitty quality. Whereas it's like, you make one good hour-long video, and you be amazed at the difference.
Really, yeah, seriously.
It's like that's what people look for. It's like you can pump out as much content as you want, but if it's not entertaining, good to look at, great to listen to, draws your attention in, I'm not, people
You're
are
gonna
just not
lose
going
me
to look
in
at
like a minute or 10 minutes or something. Like, I'm just gonna go right to the next video till I find something I want to watch.
it. Right. But nah, and while we're still on the subject of stereotypes gamers face, it's like another thing when people hear the word gamer, they always associate it. I mean, I'm not going to say always because it's not everybody. I mean, we live in a different day and age now. But, even then, there are some people, when they hear the word gamer, they associate that with an out-of-shape person.
That's true.
A person that sits on their ass all day, whether it be on the couch, in the bed, in the chair, whatever.
on the floor.
They always associate with an out-of-shape person just sitting there all day, snacks all around them, just playing games like no tomorrow. Let me tell you what. My boy Austin right here, this boy is a twig. You blowing him, he gonna go up in the sky like a hot air balloon. Okay?
Very true.
But this boy loves gaming. Like that's his thing. Like if he ever has the energy when he get off work, he'd be like, "Yo, Basil, let's hit up Dean and the others. Let's go play some GTA, bro."
Yeah,
Or be like, "Yo, let's do some Red Dead." You know what I'm saying? Or he'd be on his own stuff. He'd be doing his own thing. I'd be doing my thing. You know, I'm a slightly bigger man, so I can't speak. It'd be like that, but it's like that's just some of the stereotypes. And again, going back to the propaganda, because that's what some people feed into you. It's like, you hear the word gamer, you're like, oh, you must be just an out of shape, no working person. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the case. There's NFL players, freaking rappers,
right, they play
artists
games all the time. They have that free time because of
just
their
because
profession.
they're celebrities, doesn't mean they're not normal people. Outside of the spotlight, they might just like the game too. Like, don't get it twisted.
I forget who it was. I was like one of the rappers or whatever. They're like, I think it was Lil Yachty or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, catch me on Call of Duty. He's like, I'll whoop your ass with it. Like,
Right.
they're normal people, like just like us. Saying? Like, so
it's like, don't let stereotypes deter you from people that game. It's like, whatever you might hear, just form your own opinion. Don't buy into others.
Seriously, like, just do your own thing and do your own thing, but at a good pace, and don't just let it take over your life.
Yeah, don't think just because someone started the same around time you do, but they're blowing up quicker than you are. Don't think
it's not gonna happen.
You're doing something wrong, or they're doing something better. It's like just people move at different paces. We're all made different. Don't ever try to compare yourself to someone else. It's like just do your own thing. Focus on you. You know what I'm saying? Your time will come.
Seriously, like. I don't know. It's hard. I mean, I understand it would be hard. Like, society is not the easiest thing to live in, obviously.
No, I mean, you're always going to have somebody who's going to have that opinion about you. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you got to let them opinions go.
You can't change everybody's opinion. Just focus on the opinions that matter to you, the people's opinions that you care for.
I mean, yeah, take the feedback in and everything.
Oh yeah,
don't let it deter you from doing what you want to do.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. There's constructive criticism, which that can be very beneficial in the long run, and then there's just people that are just stating a nasty opinion because they feel some type of way about you. It's like don't take every criticism you hear as a nasty opinion, and don't take every nasty opinion you hear as a criticism.
Really, seriously, like. I don't know, like some people, like I have, weird and woke. I have that. People try and tell me, what are you doing starting a clothing line, or, like, what the fuck you mean? Like, this is what I want to do. Like, I'm going to keep pushing at it till it takes off. Like, that's the goal. Same thing with, like, being a gamer. You're going to do Twitch, maybe? Yeah, go for it.
It's like, a lot of the stuff we have today in life is because someone just had that idea. They kept pushing, and made it a reality. Imagine if they listened to everybody else saying, like, the dude that fucking came up with McDonald's. Oh, you're not going to do well in no restaurant. You can't make no restaurant. This boy is like a billionaire. I don't know how much McDonald's brings in. But, you know what I'm saying? It's like, just think about it. There was someone back then telling them the same thing that people tell gamers and other people now. Don't.
It's like, let's look at this delicious bottle of Sprite. Like,
delicious.
Like, it's a lemon lime soda. Right? Somebody probably tell them, who wants a lemon lime soda?
It's like lemon and lime don't mix.
Like, what is that shit? Like,
next it's like, boy,
now you got.
I drink a Sprite every day.
I got a Sprite every day. And they make bread off of it. Like, come on. Shout out Sprite.
It's like, hook us up. Nah. But like, getting into like, what I'm saying, the opinions, we also gonna just kind of address, the ups and downs of making gaming as a profession, you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, it's not an easy thing to do. Yes, granted, like, once you get on the up and up, you could be making bank. I mean, look at my boy Ninja.
Yeah.
Boy just signed a is he partnership? Contract with a Mixer.
With a Mixer?
Yeah, like that's another streaming platform, and yeah, like he got his own thing coming with Nike. Like
pair of shoes coming out.
Exactly.
And
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's been in the gaming business for years. Do you think he was just amazing off rip? Hell no.
no, he started out at the beginning. I mean, some YouTubers got in it when it wasn't as crowded.
Yeah, they found a great time to get in it,
Right.
when nobody was really there. So it's like, they'd be like, well, this is interesting. He's doing this. And now it's like you got so many, gamers and YouTubers nowadays where it's like, it doesn't come down to who has the game. It just comes down who might play it better or who's just the better content.
Who has
Like,
the better?
I personally, like, when I watch YouTubers, I love when they have commentary because I love to hear their thoughts, their feelings when they're playing a game, a certain map, or whatever.
It's like some people, like, if you watch like a video and their content or their commentary,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that's boring as shit.
Right.
He's not saying anything.
I was like, you could be amazing at the game, bro, but if I wanted to watch someone just play a game and not talk, I'll
Do
just
it
buy
my
the
damn
damn game
self.
myself and play it.
Play it.
Like, sometimes I'll buy a game, I'll have the game already, but I'll watch someone else play it because I would love to see how they play it, like their version of do it, like what they're thinking when they do it, like, how they feel, how they react to certain parts that might piss me off, and then I'm laughing at them being pissed off because I'm like, yeah, I got mad about that boss killing me 15 times too.
Just get a different perspective on it. It opens up another world for you, really, to experience new things, and there's games coming out constantly, futuristic games, freaking, hopefully a new Grand Theft Auto eventually. Shout out Rockstar. But it's just another. It's what do you say? Reality, but not reality in a different way, almost. I don't know, but I don't know how to word it, but hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to say.
Like, sometimes we can't articulate words, but when you vibe like we do, you'll get it.
You'll understand.
You'll feel it.
Oh man, that's like we got some, especially these games out here now though. They got the DLCs and stuff they drop.
Oh, don't get me started on some of these games with these DLCs, man. Let me tell you what, ain't nothing wrong with DLC. I love when games get add-ons to stuff, and you be like, oh, I just put this game down because I beat the story. Now you got a whole new mode or a new expansion on the story, new characters, weapons, all that. I love that. You know what I'm saying? But, there's times where it's like certain companies might try to jip you on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might include things that's like, this should have been in the base game, cuz, like,
Anyway, why am I paying for this shit? That should have been in it automatically.
Why you gotta hide this behind a paywall? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I ain't made out of money.
Right? Like, I just spent $60 on a damn
some of
game.
these DLCs ain't cheap. Like,
Like
for all
$60.
my Xenoverse 2 players out there, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, y'all know that game came out October of 2016. We in 2019 of December, and they just supposedly released the last DLC. They've been milking that game for 3 years, cuz.
No.
Like, don't get it twisted. I love the DLC content they've been throwing out, but, like, let's be real. If they're finally at the end of this DLC, they're gonna make a Xenoverse 3.
Right. So
And all the
buy
stuff
it again.
exactly. All the stuff you paid for DLC in 2 is just gonna be in the base of 3.
And then they'll add more.
Exactly. So it's like, you'd be like, sometimes it'd be like that, it could be like that. I noticed like was it Call of Duty?
Call of Duty like to do that too a lot because they would put they had like the season pass.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have the game plus then you have the season pass. So then the season pass is extra on top of the already like if you're getting the base game, $60 for the base game.
Exactly.
So then you're paying,
that season pass could be anywhere between like 20 to $30.
Yeah. So you're paying what $80 more?
80, $90.
So it's like, but then on top of that, then they'll put out another DLC that you got to buy. Like buy this pack right after they just released one.
Right.
So that's another $20-$30 you're dropping on a game you already bought that should have the shit in it already.
It's like, by the time you get the game and then you could buy the base game for $60. By the time you buy all the DLC for it, you're like, I could have bought this game damn near 3 times over now with all the DLC money I spent. Like,
Seriously.
Let's be real here.
And then it's like fucking I mean, I understand if they, this would be a good idea for the game, like after the fact, but then
It's like,
make it a free update then or something.
like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, companies got to make their money too. They got to pay their workers for, that hard work. But, you know what I'm saying? If you know it's in the game, especially if you're playing a game that's based off a story.
Right.
If you know that part of the story already exists, but they didn't include it into the game until later, then that's just a cop-out for a payout.
Yeah, they're just trying to make money off you then.
It's like, at that point, you're like, why wasn't this in the base game? It was already out story-wise. It's not like, you release a game and then the story came out later, and then you're like, well, now we got to incorporate the game. Nah, the story been out. You could have easily incorporated it in the base, but, you decided, hey, let's use this as an excuse for another DLC.
Seriously.
Hide this behind a paywall.
I mean, like, there is one game, GTA, came out in GTA 5, that came out in 2013, I think.
I think that came out when I was still in high school. So
it's been a minute since that shit came out, and like
I was I think I was a junior when that came out.
Damn, how long?
Right. I wasn't riding the wave back then because your boy damn sure didn't have no money. So
it came out on PS3 originally.
Yeah, PS3,
and then they dropped it for the
Xbox 360.
Next consoles. Yeah, and like don't get like. That's a good game. Like honestly, like he was saying, they were milking the shit out of that. Was it Dragon Ball game?
Yeah.
But in like GTA, they kind of were smart about it, where they'll put out the DLCs, but you're not paying for them. They're giving them to you for free, basically. It's adding new content.
Now that you mention that, every DLC that came out for GTA, you never paid for. It was just an update in the game.
Yeah. Like all this new updates coming out,
new cars, new weapons, new guns, new missions, all of that.
Now, they have the microtransactions.
Like, I get that. I mean, like, listen, when it's something like that, that's fine because it's like if you want it that badly, you'll get it. It's not something you need to have in the game to proceed or to do more in the story. It's just that if you want to get a little ahead in the game than the other people, you can do it the quicker way, or you can take your time and earn it. And like I said, that's a good move right there on GT. That's why that game today is still so popular. That's why it's like, for real, that's why they don't really have to go down in price. As like every DLC they gave out was free. And even then, they still be nice and be like, hey, look, we got a 50% sale. Pick the game up for $30,
and then pull it back up.
You can pick it up now. We even be nice. We'll throw in what they call them, the shark cards.
Yeah,
we throw a shark card in there. Don't know what size yet, but hey, that's extra money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know the new Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare that just dropped. They're smart about it though, because they originally most of the Call of Duties were doing the DLCs and stuff where you had to pay for them, but not it was like a map pack. Like you get this map or these couple of maps if you bought the first map pack, and then they would drop like a couple months down the line, they drop a whole nother map pack that you had to buy. Well, now the new Modern Warfare, what they've done is basically kind of like GTA, where they're basically releasing small updates and adding new content like modes and guns and stuff to the game. Okay. Whereas before they were going down the other route that they were doing, where everybody had to pay for it constantly. They have microtransactions, like if you want it that bad, you're gonna pay for the microtransaction.
Exactly.
Like
it's not like, hey, look, you want to play this
you don't have
the DLC story or something. You want to play with new characters, you got to buy it.
Nah,
we'll give you that for free. But hey, if you want this custom skin for this gun or whatever else you can get in Modern Warfare, here's a microtransaction. You don't need to get it, but if you want
it's there. Yeah. I know EA Games and stuff, they got hit with that a lot.
Yeah.
What was it? The loot boxes or something they were doing.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Was it for Star Wars?
I can't remember what it was for because I know what you're talking about because I read about it. I just honestly
it was like
cannot remember
they're saying something about gambling and in the game. And not gambling, but it was like I don't even know how they worded it, but it was people were getting so pissed off about it.
Yeah, like in some areas they actually banned the purchasing of loot boxes now because it's technically gambling.
Mm-hmm. Like you might get this item or something.
It's like even on certain mobile games, like there's a mobile game I play where it's like you can buy stones to do summons and stuff like that. And you know, it got to the point like people were spending so much on it, they like consider it's basically gambling because you're buying the stones.
You don't even know what you're gonna
You
get.
don't know what you're gonna get. It's a risk. So you know, it got to the point where it's like I can't remember off the top of my head, but like you know, certain places ban the purchasing of loot boxes and stuff like that.
That's
basically
crazy.
what it is.
It's like going to the casino, you know, spending your money. You never know if you're gonna make something.
Right?
Or...
You know, they like, you know what, this casino thing. It's like, you know, don't get it twisted. Plenty of people still go to the casino.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of people. But like, I feel like that's aimed more towards the younger generation that be on their phones and stuff like that. I'm talking like I'm old. I be on my phone too. But you know what I'm saying? Like towards the younger generation where they be on the phones and the games. They're like, well, let's just throw these loot boxes and microtransactions and you know. Like I said, it's the microtransactions you don't always need, but like you know, if you want it that badly, you'll find a way to get it.
You'll get that. You'll get your wallet out real quick if you really want it.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. When GTA came out, when I was on PS3 or whatever, I spent a couple because I was playing by myself.
Yeah.
So I was
so
like,
you know,
I was spending a little bit of money on them fucking dumbass shark cards, and then bitches, you know, getting almost 89 $100 shark
the
card.
85 one, you get like 8 mil. I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, I got 8 million in the game. It cost me $80 goddamn dollars. It's like, what's wrong? It's like you get like, what was it, like a mil for like $10? Something around there,
yeah. 10 or something like that.
It's like every $10 you get a mil.
Because they did that. They were smart though. They did the same thing with the Red Dead because they're doing the free DLC updates too now. You know, because they have that online feature, and they have they're doing the whole gold bars instead of because the money in that game is hard as shit to get.
Oh, who you telling?
Seriously,
who are you telling? Especially because you know, like from what I remember in Red Dead, like you know, certain stuff is locked behind rank where it's like, oh, you can't get it right now because you're not at that rank. You got that gold, boy. They be like, fuck the rank. I see this gold.
Let me get that gold.
Like you know, if GTA incorporated something like that. You know what I'm saying?
They do have the chips, but that doesn't really do much.
Yeah, that's only what's that for the casino?
The casino, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, it's something like it, but it's not like the gold in Red Dead. But you know, try not to get too off topic. But, you know,
it happens.
It can't. You know, it happens. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you're passionate about something you talk about. But now it's like you know, there's like. Don't think we're ragging on DLC. Your boy loves him some DLC, especially when I be playing a game and they be like, "Yeah, we added this new mode." I'm like, "Bet."
Let me get
I just
that
put
shit
this game down because I beat it in a week. Like, I don't know about y'all Kingdom Hearts fans out there. You know, we got that DLC coming out in January. That reminded, you know,
is that a remaster?
Nah, I think,
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, they did because it's for the Kingdom Hearts 3 that just came out.
Okay.
And, that came out. What was it? I'm gonna say January.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They
did drop it.
Yeah, so you know that was a long-awaited game for that, and you know some people had some mixed feelings about it. I enjoyed it for what it was. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it was the best game year-round, but you know I enjoyed it for what it was because it was something I was waiting for, and you know it met my standards.
What was the last one they dropped on that?
Man, the last Kingdom Hearts they dropped. That's been a minute. I mean, like you know, if we're going by numeric order, because they go by spin-off titles that are not like numerical order, but they still have a plot to the main plot.
Okay, as it builds up
like,
to it.
Kingdom Hearts is complicated shit. I had to explain that to you another day. But like for those who know about Kingdom Hearts, and you know you real big fans like I am, I love me some Kingdom Hearts. But those who know about that DLC coming out, like you know, I love that. I love DLC where it's like stuff that was not included in the story is being added to the story. Yes, you have to pay for it, but it's gonna bring in new playable characters, moves, all that other stuff, new story, you know, hidden truths, all that.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of people I know got to be excited for that. I myself am excited. I wish it was January right now, so you know I could pick that damn DLC up. You know what I'm saying?
Almost the new year.
They just said January. They didn't have a date yet. Like, let me know. I'll pre-order that in a minute. But
is it like take after the game, like after the whole story?
It's like included. Like there's parts of it that take place mid-story, like certain battles. It's like battles that you didn't get to see that were in the story. They're now incorporating it into the story. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you get that, like characters you could have played as, or like, you know, if you had party members helping you out during bosses. now you get to play as those very party members fighting that boss. It's like, you playing as somebody different, new moves, all that other stuff, like I said. But I mean, like, one day I had to get you into that. Kingdom Hearts is a fun game. A lot of people.
I've always heard people talk about it. It's something like I'm weird about my game, so it's like
Ain't nothing wrong with play what you like. Don't let people say, "Oh, this game is amazing. You got to get it." It's like you might not like
spend
it.
that $60 and not like
how about this? You let me borrow that bitch, or we share play that mofo.
Let me
and if
try
I
it
like
real
it,
quick.
then I'll buy it.
Right. It's like I did that because of what was it, Monster Hunter World?
Yeah.
Like I bought that shit because it was on sale. It was like $20, but
I mean, still, that was $20 you could have put towards something else.
I mean, it was on sale, so I was like, you know what? Let me just hop on it before it goes off sale. But it's like,
so happens you wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
That's okay. A lot of people, like when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, some people get turned off for it because they hear Disney characters.
Right,
They're like,
right.
oh, I ain't gonna play no damn game with no fucking Disney characters in it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
want to play that shit with
Right.
little kid games or something.
That's what there's some deep meanings behind that game. It ain't. I mean, it's E for everyone, but it ain't E for everyone. If you know what I mean. Like there's some deep level stuff in that game.
There's some
like
hidden shit.
You got to be either a smart ass goddamn kid or like just older to understand some of the things that will go over your head. Because even when I played that game back in 2005. I think was when Kingdom Hearts 1 came out. I played that game. Didn't understand half the fucking messages in it. I just liked it because it was fun. Then you play it again and you look at it back like, oh, that's what that was.
That's what they meant
That's
by
what that dude was talking about. Like, yo, when it's just
that's like when
just
you
the
watch,
beauty when you're older and you just shit
pick
clicks.
up on that.
Like, because you got that older mind. You're more developed. You think of it this way. You see those messages.
You understand things and like you've learned things as you've grown up, so you kind of pick up on that.
Exactly.
That's like watching old school cartoons. Like,
right?
You watch it. It's like, the fuck! I didn't know that was in there.
It's like, yo, that's a pretty dark message.
Right?
You never noticed it, but
like, what is this shit?
It'd be like that when you get older, but
it's all about growing up.
It's just how it be. But like I said, we're not bashing on the companies or the workers that they take their time and hard work, energy, and stuff like that, putting in the DLC. Like I said, we know companies got to pay their workers. Like, let's just be real. They ain't gonna make these fucking DLCs and they ain't getting paid squat diddly. But like I said, do it smart. Don't just make it like you could release the smallest DLC and you could be like $15. I'm like, $15 for this? It should be like $5,
right? What the fuck is this shit?
Like, like my boy Austin was saying, like if you're gonna do it, like be smart, like how GTA was. Like most of their DLC was free, but look at it this way: they never once dropped their price on their game, and that game has been out for 6 years now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2013.
5,
it came
6
out,
years.
So.
Let's just say 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Been on at least 4 different consoles: PS3, Xbox 360, PS4, Xbox One.
Yeah, and then also on a PC too.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. 5 different consoles.
Yeah.
Over the span of 6 years, and still roughly the same price as it was when it first came out.
And people still play it.
Exactly.
So I mean,
6-year-old game and still coming out with fire content that you don't have to pay for.
Yeah. So they're doing something.
It's
right?
like that's what draws people in to buy the game. They're like, hey, look, this game may be $60 and it's been out for this long, but look at all the stuff they've included. So like, for the people that've been around from the beginning, they'd be like, damn, look how far GTA 5 has come, and they still bringing in new stuff.
Yeah. And they've got it. They're doing something right if people are still playing it after that long. Like some of these games, people play them and then they just fall off the earth, like they don't even exist anymore.
Right. Like
So
sometimes you get lost in it. And, like I said, ain't nothing wrong with it. Just don't fall too deep.
Freaking Call of Duty needs to chill with bringing out so many games all the time, though.
Yeah,
they do that all the time.
They be like fucking phones, bro. Every 6 months.
Oh, we got a new game for y'all. We got something new for you guys. What do you mean? I just started playing your other one.
I'm like, bro, I just got the new one.
It
ain't new no more.
I literally just picked that shit up.
Like, I just got it on sale and everything. That's why I was on sale, because we got this new one out.
We dropping this shit now. Like, fuck you mean you dropping this? It's only been out like a couple months.
Nah, it'd be like that. But, like I said, there's plenty of ups and downs when it comes to gaming. It's like even now today, the sad thing is, like, society likes to use gaming, especially violent games. They try to use that as an excuse for people that have behavior disorders or have violent outbreaks in the world today. And, for some people, that for some reason it might be like that, but let's just, not ignore the fact, exactly. It's like, that mental health disorder is a thing, It doesn't just happen overnight. You can't just have a sane person play a violent game and then, just one day they fucking snap, It might not be showing right away, but it's there. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously, like,
or it just could be something so traumatic that they see. But, you got to think of it this way. Why would someone develop a game to make it so traumatic that it would turn someone to do the crazy shit they do? What person would do that?
Go kill a bunch of people.
Like, at the end of the day, those people make games to bring joy to others. The last thing they want is society branding their game or their company as demonizing it, basically, as the reason to why this person shot up a school, this person killed somebody, this person ran somebody over because he saw it in GTA and thought it was fucking cool, so he stole his mom's SUV and cruised down the street.
So I know there was always a lot of talk about stuff like definitely GTA for sure.
Definitely.
I've been playing that shit since I was like 6 years old, and it was out on like PS2 or something. You don't see me going down the street running over motherfuckers right now. Like, come on.
Or the same thing, like in terms of not just violence, but like sexuality. Like for all those that play God of War out there, my boy Kratos got down in damn near every game. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a kid going to the goddamn school and just taking 2 goddamn girls and be like, whoosh. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whatever happens in a game, it's like, it's just that. It's a game. It's fantasy.
Right, it's not real.
It's like, don't use that as an excuse to pass off something that you're just ignoring in total. It's like I said, mental health disorder is a thing. Don't make it. Don't assume that they just happen to be playing a game. Like, it should be told, they might not have been playing a game. It might have been just something you heard in the news and you believed it because it's the news. The news is always right. That's wrong.
Right. Listen to the news constantly.
The news is owned by someone. It's like, no matter what station, somebody owns that station, and they have their own opinion. So they're gonna tell their version of the story.
Or they're gonna twist it a little bit.
It may have some facts into it, but it's definitely gonna have some fiction in there.
Definitely, they do that as it's propaganda. Like we say all the time, it's propaganda. You're getting brainwashed, thinking, "Oh, this person's killing people because they play in this game." No, it doesn't go down like that. Yeah, maybe they did play that game. That game didn't make them kill people, though.
Exactly.
There's something inside their head that was messed up, or they had something going on that caused them, not the game itself. That's like a whole nother thing with the guns. We can get into that eventually down the line, but like it's crazy that people just rely on what they're told to be fact, and then just run with it. Like the whole thing, like, I don't even.
Right? Like, look at it this way. Like, back to, my boy talking about Monster Hunter. I love Monster Hunter. That's one of my favorite games that I've been playing recently. I love when I can come home at the end of the day, especially if I'm stressed. I get on Monster Hunter, go on expeditions, take my big long sword and just cut shit the fuck up. Just slice fucking monsters and all that shit. Doesn't mean I'm gonna go out in real life, take my fucking swords and start attacking people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Seriously.
Like my boy over here, he loves fucking Call of Duty. Doesn't mean he's gonna go buy a fucking AK and start shooting every goddamn body. He's not gonna go get a goddamn sniper rifle and start sniping niggas from his house. People off. You know what I'm saying? It's like, at the end of the day, like I said, these companies and these people make these games so that we can have an outlet to escape to.
Seriously.
So that we can find enjoyment in what we're playing. They make it so that we can have fun. Mm-hmm. The last thing they do is make it to the point hopefully it causes someone to fucking snap and do something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not the games. It really isn't. Like, could it be something in the game that possibly triggered him? Sure.
Sure.
Anything can trigger
Somebody,
something in
yeah.
somebody. It can be the slightest detail, and it can trigger somebody to
Like,
go
you
do
can-
something chaotic.
Right.
We
You
don't
smack
know.
me in the head. I can go off. Like, what the
You
fuck?
could. You know what I'm saying? You really could. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, don't brand an entire thing on one or two mishaps. That's like, this is a whole nother topic we'll get into later. Like, if you're in a relationship with a significant other, whether you be a man with a woman or a woman with a man, or,
Whatever you're
same sex,
into.
whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, that one person does you wrong, and then you feel like, I got to rant to the whole world. This person, or this whole race or sex ain't shit.
Ain't shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
That's like when you take
See it all
one
the
bad
time.
experience in your life and you blame a whole group. So it's like, yeah, could it have been something in GTA that triggered this person to go on a rampage? Sure.
Sure.
But
it
don't
wasn't
blame the whole game or the company. It's not their fault. That clearly was not their intention. It was just an outlet for people to have fun.
one of how many people that played the game.
And, truth be told, they want to say it inspires violence in kids. Let me tell you something. GTA is rated M for mature people.
Why your kids playing it?
So either
You a bad parent?
Sonny has mommy's credit card and mommy just doesn't realize it, or daddy is buying the son game to get on mommy's good side. So think about that. Like, don't assume it's the game's fault. They put ratings and
Want it for a
restrictions in
reason.
there for a reason.
It's like taking your kid to see a rated R movie or
Right,
something.
right.
That's your decision.
That's not meant for kids. It has a big ass R on it.
Dumbass.
Restricted.
So-
Hello? The fact, I mean, I ain't gonna say it's all your fault because, the nigga serving you the ticket shouldn't have gave you the damn tickets anyway. If he
First
saw you
place,
a kid.
anyway.
But who's to say you didn't be like, yo, honey, go to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna go buy these tickets. Meet me at the who they call them? The usher. Meet me at the usher.
We don't-
I don't know what they call movie theater people.
The ticket taker?
Y'all know your lingo.
Seriously though, like,
But like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they put restrictions there for a reason. It's like if you hear somebody who was underage drinking. It's
The
not
age
the
limit.
alcohol's fault that you fucking crashed the car, bitch. It's the person who got you the damn alcohol that you crashed the goddamn car. Who got you the alcohol? Either someone you
hobo
know
down the street,
right? Either you paid somebody like, look, bruh, I give you $20. Go buy me this Jack and Daniels. You can keep the change.
Buy yourself a cheeseburger from McDonald's. or
Right?
something. Like,
Right? It's like, it's just society finding a way to blame something on something else that's not their fault instead of fixing the root of the issue. Like,
mental health is a real thing.
yeah,
Like,
it's like, don't blame this and try to turn what was meant to be a fun outlet for anybody from kids to adults and try to turn it into something that was and try to demonize it as to something that was meant to hurt society. Society is what hurts society. Okay? Society is society's own worst enemy.
really is.
Because, you have blind people that believe what they hear.
It contradicts all the time.
Right?
We'll say you do this or do this one thing, but then over here it's telling you, oh, do this.
Right? It's like just certain things you hear. It's like from here, you hear from one person to do it this way. Then you hear from another person to do it this way. It's like, so which way is correct?
Yeah, which is the right way to actually?
It's
do
like
something.
society might tell you this thing, but then you experience it for yourself, and you're like, I feel perfectly fine. Like I said, it's just mental health. That's the underlining issue. It's not like
It's not something you can see, but
exactly.
it's there.
It's not like it just causes a snap in your brain. It's like people that have seizures. It's not just something that happens every day. It's a chemical imbalance in your body, and something just might
Something
trigger it to the point where
short-circuit.
it happens. It's the same thing with being, homosexual. It's not something you just decide one day. It's a genetic thing.
People be doing that shit all the time, though.
It's like, oh, I decide I'm gay now. It's like, no,
What the
that was
fuck?
something you always felt. It was either just something you suppressed subconsciously, or you knew it and you just suppressed it intentionally. It's like, you don't just decide that one day. You don't just decide what you like or how you feel. You know, you're born that way. It's like don't get me wrong, there are certain, mental health aspects you can develop down the line. Like if you get a serious head injury, yes, excuse me, that can cause mental health issues down the line. But, it's not like you got that fucking mental health issue from playing a game if you were, diagnosed to be quote unquote normal.
Right. You're normal the whole time, then all of a sudden you play a game and you're like,
it's like, hey, guess what? I played fucking God of War and now I'm screaming, Ares!
Now I'm gonna go kill a bunch of gods.
Exactly.
I'm coming God of War my damn self.
Coming out the house in a motherfucking kilt and shit. Looking like, where's Zeus at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What happened? You good? Yeah.
But nah, like, like I said, we'll obviously dive back into more society itself, but we just wanted to stem on it, how it affects, or how society, like, to brands gaming. Like, society tells you, you can't make gaming a profession. This is what causes violent outbreaks. This is what causes people to do the shit they do. Gaming is a hobby, you know what I'm saying? All this bullshit. It's like, you just do your thing. Just do you. If you like the game, so be it. That's like, when people do fucking cosplays at Comic-Con. You'd be like, oh, you're an adult. You shouldn't be dressing up like that. Bitch, what are you? You dress up every day to go to work. It's called a uniform.
Right? Anyway. You go to work every day looking like a fucking rich asshole that you ain't even, you sitting fucking in a fucking Audi, but
right?
Ooh,
it's
I'm
like,
rich.
Don't judge me because I like to, dress up as my freaking character or whatever that I like, and I want to go interact with other people that think like me. It's called being weird.
Yeah, anyway, being a weirdo.
Being you, unique. Why conform to be the same? We weren't meant to be the same.
It's all they teach, too. They teach you to be the same, which is a whole nother subject, but,
That's when we're going to hit that equality topic. But that's another day.
But nah, like, yes, I don't know. It's a whole fucking mess out there. It really is. Just live your life and, don't let people get you down for doing what you enjoy.
Right. Like, what I'm saying? Like I said, we ain't going up in here and get on our soapbox and be like, gaming's the best thing to happen to the human race. Like I said, it has its pros and its cons. If you try to make a profession out of it, it has its ups and its downs, its struggles, its triumphs. You know what I'm saying? If you're just a gamer in general, yes, there's always going to be someone who stereotypes you based on what they heard or going to have a specific opinion about you because of what they think. But, at the end of the day, just do what you enjoy. If you love fucking gaming, then fucking game.
Do your thing.
It's like, I love the game, you know what I'm saying? If I have the free time and energy, best believe I'll be on my PS4. That's what I mean. I got a couple consoles, them bitches collect dust, but but you know what I'm saying? I made my PS4. That's what I love. I've had my PS4 for going on 4 years now. And you know what I'm saying? It's like that's just my thing. I just love my PS4. You know what I'm saying? I love coming home after a hard day, turning on my PS4. I'll be like, what am I finna do tonight? It could be just something simple as watching YouTube. And guess what? When I'm watching YouTube, I'm usually watching a gamer. I'm usually watching somebody else play a game. That's just what I like. That's if you like that too. That's what you like. Don't let nobody tell you different.
Definitely. Shit. We're looking like Rob.
What the time looking like? Oh shit!
Went a little over on this one.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like like I said, going back to when you talk about something you're passionate about. Time flies by, but we gonna wrap it up a little bit. We gonna just leave you guys with this. Like I said, if you love the game, just game. Don't let anybody tell you different. Don't let society tell you what they think gaming is about. Discover it for yourself.
Be yourself. Be weird. Be unique. Be awoken.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and always remember. You know what I'm saying? It's like gaming is a blessing to have in today's youth. It's like, because it's like, nowadays.
There's a lot of negative shit out there.
Back in the day, you go outside, be out from dusk to dawn, or dawn to dusk. I said it backwards. You know what? Shit, you could be out at night too. Who knows? You know, back in the day, it was safe to be out like that all times of day. Have your doors unlocked. Nowadays, you go step out in certain neighborhoods, certain areas, your life might be over, and that's the sad truth.
It
But
really is.
you know, nowadays it's safer to stay inside and chill and play games. And guess what? You can still interact with people. You can still make new friends. You might not see them physically, but you can still develop that bond and kinship with somebody. So don't let nobody tell you different.
Some people aren't that, outgoing in person. So, that's
know what I'm
another
saying?
form for you to create friends. Even,
Exactly. Some people,
get comfortable.
they just have a problem meeting people physically, but you meet them, talk to them over the chat, and you be like, you're a really great person. Yes, it's sad that I might not be able to meet you physically, but I cherish the friendship we have now.
Definitely. So we have a couple people who are like that too. We, play, like I said earlier in the show, like people over in freaking Washington State or, freaking snow Mexicans up in Canada.
Right.
Like,
Let's not forget about our Detroit people.
And Detroit, right? Seriously.
It's like, we got friends that are all spread out in the globe, and then you be like, damn, you just think about it. Like, I got a friend here. Some people got a friend in each state, each country, each continent. Yeah. And it's all because of gaming.
Yeah, seriously.
That connection you build with somebody. But we're gonna let you guys enjoy your upcoming holidays.
Yeah, the holidays are coming soon, so...
if you guys celebrate that, have a great Christmas and New Year. If you don't, just, enjoy the paid time off.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Enjoy the paid time
off. Enjoy your
off.
family. Don't be playing games all the time.
Right. Shit, if anything, get them to play games with you.
Hey, if you have a Wii or something, play some Wii. Or
there you go. Wii, Switch, something.
Get everybody involved. But, so if you want to help support the show, just, it's Christmas time. Go to weirdandwoke.com. You got 15% off code WNW pod, all uppercase. WNW pod. Check it out. Put it in the cart when you check out. It's weirdandwoke.com. It's easy. Just help support the show.
Got some great merch on there. Always dropping something new whenever we can.
Definitely. So just keep a lookout. We'll be uploading more. We got stuff coming for you guys. Thanks again for coming to the show. And we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. And, like always, just please be weird.
Prepare to be awoken, though.
Right on.